started. We're 2 minutes behind. All right, guys. So I want to first start by saying the Zoom tonight is about networking. And Stacy even mentioned asking, not just posting. But I'm going to put the warning out there, and I don't say this very often, but I'm going to say it today. You're probably going to hear a little red Amanda come out. Okay? Because I am absolutely tired. Oh, and I'm tired of people taking the things that you tell them and it going in one ear and right back out on the other, and then posting it on the page but you're not doing it. Like you're not doing it, right? And I want you to understand, if you take nothing from this Zoom tonight, is that until you get consistent with your actions day in, day out. Listen, guys, I've had a shitty couple days. If you haven't noticed, I haven't really posted the stories. I haven't really posted on my personal Facebook a whole ton, except to let people know that, yeah, it's been a little shitty of a day. And you want to know what? I posted that so people leave me the hell alone. And I would just post that too. I would be straight up and say, I'm not posting because I don't want to talk to you fuckers right now. Excuse my language. But it's the real, it's how I roll. All right. And anybody that knows me knows it's how it is. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean. It's because I'm not in the right headspace to be able to uplift and talk to people and talk them off cliffs that they might have, or feed into whatever it is that they want me to. No, that's when I'm going to probably give you the asshole response of get your ass moving in the right direction, right? So I'm telling you this because do not follow the leader that isn't leading, okay? Like, so if I'm taking a day off, that doesn't mean you take a day off and then be pissed off about the results you didn't get for the things you didn't do. The reality of it is I'm not going to sign a customer promoter when I'm not working. In fact, I'm not really going to be approachable. And sometimes I post and I'm like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have posted that, because now I'm leading by example and people are going to be like, oh, but Amanda's taking the day off. I should take the day off. No, don't take the day off if you don't need to use that day off. Like, you're going to need that day off when your kid's sick or you're sick or you're in a pissy mood and coming off of PMS. No offense, Mark. But you live with a woman, living with women, you kind of need your own time too to recover. Right? But my point is that, you guys, we are in network marketing, and there is no way around the fact that in order to grow your network marketing business is that you have to network, right? Sometimes you're going to go through the self-checkout line like I did yesterday, and I hate self-checkout. FYI, I hate it because I feel like, you know what? I want to pay somebody to do a job. Like, I don't want to do it. Are they going to send me a 1099? Like, for real, right? So I went through self-checkout yesterday, and this tells you a little bit about my mood. I take my daughter, and I'm throwing the shit, you guys, because it won't ring up. I mean, I'm throwing the shit. And this little boy comes over and he was like, do you need help? Because it keeps on ringing, keeps on making this damn noise. And I'm like, I look at him and I'm like, would you like to do it? Like, straight as day, would you like to do it? And he was like, well, ma'am, I'm going to tell you, it's going to keep on doing that if you keep throwing it. And I just keep on ringing it through and whipping it through. Layla looks at me, she's, Mom, you are terrible. So then the light comes back on and the boy comes back over and I'm still not done yet. And I feel like, oh my God, I'm such an asshole. Anyway, so he comes over and he tries to help me again. And I'm like, I didn't even realize that it was like I did something wrong this time. And I'm just like, I feel bad because I know I'm being an asshole to him. I know it's not this kid's fault. And I know that he is just doing his job. He showed up for today to make his pay so he could probably eat his ramen noodles when he went home tonight from work and not deal with this asshole that's coming through the self-checkout line. Okay. So as I'm leaving, I'm sorry for being an asshole. I smile and I am sorry for being an asshole. And I hope I didn't ruin your day. And you guys, here's the reality. not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows, and it's okay. You don't have to fake it. I hate fake shit. Okay. That's not relatable. However, if every day is a sympathy day, okay, I'm sorry. It's going to hurt some of your feelings. All right. But every damn day can't be a sympathy day. You got to pull up your big girl panties and you got to get your ass to work. All right. You're allowed like a couple of those days here and there. But if you're running your business on social media, every day can't be whining. Every day can't be negativity. Every day can't be, oh my God, my life sucks. Because I don't know about you guys, but no like and trust factor is a huge factor for me. And I would not want to join somebody that was moping on Facebook every damn day of their life. And every time I looked at their page, I got depressed instantly. Or I wanted to hide because I didn't want to talk to them. And it's nothing to be rude. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to make you realize that you are who joins you. Okay? Like, that's what you're going to attract. Negative attracts negative. Positive attracts positive. I want you guys to think about this for just a second. I've been kind of poopy the past couple of days, like I said, heads up. I haven't been going to the gym. I've been making these posts. I've been getting lots of prayers, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate them, but my ass really just needs a swift kick in the butt. Okay? Truly. And I made every excuse. Leah came home from school not feeling good, and it gave me an out. It gave me an out not to go to Bungee Sweat tonight, when I know damn well that if I would have went to Bungee Sweat, I would have sweat out. My endorphins would have been feeling good. I probably would have came into this Zoom on fire. Instead, I've been playing TikTok videos and watching some movies with my kids, which was okay too. That's okay too. And she's telling that she's fucking cute in the TikTok video. That's probably severely inappropriate, but it is what it is. And we broke some things, and my kid taught me how to break into that platform, because guess what? Layla, my 16-year-old kid, has been getting all TikTok famous over here, unintentionally, intentionally, not really famous, but like, oh God, now she's popping her head in with her blue hair. Huh? How she knows I'm talking about her. Get away. Go away. Yeah. But my point is that she's over here teaching me, and she said, you know what, Mom, when you go to reach hashtags, you want to use like the ones that are trending. You don't want to use the other ones, right? Well, ooh, that's new. I didn't know that. So just use the trending ones on TikTok right now, because that's what's going to get you views and more people to see you while people are still figuring out this platform. Got it? Use the trending hashtags on TikTok, not the ones that you make up in your head thinking that people are going to follow. No. Use the trending ones on TikTok, right? Here's a tip, guys. TikTok videos, you can save them and put them in your stories. Do you know how many reactions I've had just since that one video? Like, everybody's watching, they're like, yeah, and they're cracking up faces, because it's stupid, whatever. I don't know, we'll get better with it, right? But it's all about growing your network. Same thing with Instagram, same thing with Facebook. A friend of mine the other day posted about Pinterest, which I suck at pinning stuff. I go on Pinterest all the time, but I always like save it, and I never pin it. I'm not organized. It's like, my Pinterest boards are probably a clear definition of what my bedroom used to look like, a shit show. Okay. And like what my bedroom still looks like, a shit show. And my desk and anything that has Amanda written on it. Okie-dokie. So that's not really the best platform for me. Okay. So tonight we're talking about networking. And here's the thing, guys. Networking, because I only had 200 friends too, and I didn't know how to use Instagram, and I didn't know how to use these things. But I'm going to talk about in-person networking, and then we're going to talk about online networking. I got Mark I'm going to be bringing on here in just a little bit too, because I realized today we definitely need some male perspective. With that said, you got to have somebody that wants that perspective, and you've got to have someone that's open to listening to the different ideas, and somebody that's willing to give some different stuff a try, right? So networking, network marketing, what we do, right? What's the definition of networking? Networking, the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop social contact. Well, I'll be damned. I will be damned. That sounds like making friends. That sounds like those intentional interactions that we talk about on a daily basis. That sounds like that constantly adding new contacts on a daily basis. I'm pretty sure that we talk about that all the time. We talk about it all the time. We talk about, listen, and I'm going to tell you this. I don't know how many of you guys pay attention to this kind of stuff, but I do. And I don't know if it's the years of statistics or sociology or psychology. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But my birthday just passed, okay? And can I just tell you that I took a lessons on this birthday stuff of what made people stand out to me. And every time that I take notice of things like that, I tweak my own approach a little bit differently. First of all, let me tell you, if anybody tells you that birthdays are outdated, they're a fool. It is 100% your number one in. Your number one in, okay? I 100% preferred people that messaged me. 100% preferred it. I hated the voice messages. I hated the videos. No offense if you sent me a video. Please don't hate me. I thought it was really weird, the voice messages. I'm just going to be honest with you because Layla Page, Louie just shit on the floor right in front of me on my Zoom. You guys. Asshole dog just squatted and pooped on my floor. Shut up, Mom. Oh, okay. So anyways, my point is that it's your number one day to get into people's mailboxes or inboxes that you have not talked to. I will also say the people that got me after my birthday, those belated birthdays, stood out the most. The early birthdays was a little creepy. Hey, just wanted to message you. I see your birthday's coming up this week. Yeah, no, stay away from that business. I mean, if that's working for you, keep it going, girl or guy. But it was really weird to me, the people that messaged me pre-birthday. Okay. The birthday messages, the wall posts were cool, like with the pictures, but the genuine pictures of like a memory of like us or whatever. So if you have any memories of people, for sure get that. Just a little tidbit of advice though, if the person used to be 300 pounds like me, where I lost a whole bunch of like this, or if you don't have a real reason, my mom would be like, yeah, this is a throwback. I mean, you look beautiful. I'm just saying, okay? Because I was like, some of them I was like, oh my God, that's scary looking. Like, because I was like in my own head, right? So anyways, but my point is a selfie with the person, if you have it, was awesome. And a little tiny stale, doesn't have to be like a big blip or whatever. But I had one girl message me like the day after my birthday. And she's a fellow 200K that lives 15 minutes down the road from me. And it was a pre-recorded message. 100% was a pre-recorded message. However, she came back with a personal message when I thanked her. Okay, so it was like, hey, just want to let you know, like, I see how hard you're working and you're doing amazing. You look really awesome. Like, we go to the same bungee sweat class and stuff. So that I liked that, but I don't like the voice messages. I don't even want to listen to the voice messages. Not because I don't want to listen to them, but because a lot of times I'm like in my car and my car doesn't like connect my voice messages for some reason. I can't hear them. I always have to disconnect my Bluetooth in order to be able, I don't know why. It's probably just the operator of that. But anyways, so I never listen to my voice messages in the car unless I disconnect my Bluetooth. So I really did like the day after though. Hey, Amanda, I seen that your birthday was yesterday and you were probably slammed. Just want to tell you happy birthday. It's like, hey, they noticed me. They still were thoughtful. In fact, I felt they were more thoughtful because they did it a day late when they realized everybody else had already done it. And most of them filled it in with a compliment as well. So I did really like the day late. Happy belated birthday. It just stood out more. Like when everybody else was going to be doing it, on timelines and so forth. I just like the personal thing. I like the personal in my inbox. So if you messaged me over the last week and I didn't answer, that's why, because I got a lot of messages in my inbox for my birthday. And I have a new nephew and my mother-in-law's in the hospital. And anyways, I've been like a banshee all over the place. So networking, let's get back on track because I just wasted a lot of your guys' time with dog poop and birthday stuff and my kid being fucking cute on TikTok too, right? So let's think about this. We have this amazing thing. Somebody posted today that social media is dead. And I want to say this, if your social media is dead, then you are not interacting with people and you are not engaging because social media is furthest from being dead. People live on social media. People literally are tired of spam. People are tired of being sold to. People are tired of filling in the 3 spots or 5 spots this week with a discount. People are tired of seeing ads when they're scrolling Facebook. Yes, I'm immune to it, to be honest with you. There's a lot of different people right now doing different stuff, and I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, networking is key, right? So don't burn any bridges. Let me start there. Don't burn any bridges with anybody in any other companies or anything like that, because you never know whenever they're going to decide that maybe they just want to try your products. But if you're an asshole about their products or their company, guess what? You're going to be the last person they want to join because you just talked a bunch of smack about them, right? So you want to make sure the stuff that you're putting out into the universe are people that are attracted to you. Listen, you want to be that straight up asshole, be that asshole, but realize that that's what you're probably going to attract. Okay. So you can be that person. And listen, I have heard people say on the rebuttal of this is that they will post political stuff. That's fine. You can post that. I don't want to deal with that stuff. But you if you want to, that's cool, because listen, you're going to attract people that are like you, and you're going to repel people that aren't, which just realize those people that you repel sometimes could be your rock stars. So I just, be approachable. Just be reminded that no matter what you put out there, you're going to offend people. Sometimes. I mean, I offend people, guys, and I'm not even serious a lot of times about some of the stupid stuff I put out there. But so we want to make sure that we are utilizing our social networks in a way that if we're utilizing them for business, that we are literally, it's not just business, okay? Because for Lavelle, you can't have just a business page. You have to run it off your personal profiles. And let's be real, if you are not relatable, people are not going to follow you. If you are not sharing real life stuff and you're just trying to sell the stuff, people are going to read straight through you. If you, I don't mean to sound rude, but there are a lot of people that are company jumpers, okay? And they jump from company to company to company to company to company, and they don't know how to stay put in one place. And those people, I don't mean to be rude, but I do discredit them, okay, on a personal level, not trying to be rude to them, but in saying like, why? Like, how do I know if I joined you that you were not going to be leaving and jumping to something else in a couple months, right? So if you're, same thing for you, if you're not staying consistent with what you're doing and representing, people are not going to know that you are still with your company when they're finally ready to join you. You guys, sometimes that might be a year, that might be 2 years, that might be 3 years. That's real talk, okay? Because I have people that are still coming back to me now that were like on my team with It Works like 5-6 years ago. and they're just now like signing as customers with me. They've been watching me all this time. So you're going to constantly be building those relationships. But if you're not staying consistent, people are going to know what you're doing. So how do you go from having 200 friends on Facebook? How many of you guys I don't know how to get, let's say, go in the chat. How many of you guys, and I'm not reading this over here right now, but maybe you guys can just pop up. How many of you guys are adding daily to Facebook or adding daily to your friends on Facebook? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of you guys are being real honest right now. I'm like, nope, I'm not. Or you're just not trying to raise your hand, and that's cool too, right? So here's the thing. Where are you finding your friends on Facebook? And I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. In fact, you know what? I'll screen share it. I don't care. I'll screen share. Maybe I should. Oh God, who's it coming on mute? Maybe I shouldn't screen share because I don't know what'll pop up. How terrible is that? Okay, you know what? Maybe I will. Okay, if my messages pop up though, I gotta go off of my screen share because, okay. All right, so we're good. We're good. All right. So if we're going to, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've got so many pending friend requests that I don't even pay attention. I go through and I literally will accept, but I let people just keep on following me. I know some people, it's debatable, but I don't want to make anybody not be following me. So I just like leave my pending requests, but I constantly have to go through, and delete friends, like people that I've accepted sometimes, because I do get close to that max, but I'm pretty good about just deleting them on a daily basis. So I want to start here. First off, how can you interact, or you want me to start off with interaction, or let's go with groups? So I'm in a lot of groups. I try to leave groups constantly, but I'm in a lot of groups. But a lot of the groups I'm in, I would make posts in those groups to create interaction. I'm just going to go into a group that I'm in regularly, because this is a very real part of my life right now. All right. Oh, look, here we go. Right? So this doesn't have a ton of interaction, but you guys, look, I'm sharing me in a group, which is exactly what I wanted to kind of show you. It's like, it doesn't have to have a ton of stuff, but people are seeing me. People are commenting on these things. These are people that I can go back and I can go and like check out their pages. I can interact with them. I'm giving you some ideas of ways that I'm going to go through, and these people have seen my face now before, so I'm a little bit familiar, okay? So I can go in and I can literally go through each one of these people. I'm friends with her. I'm not friends with this person. Would they be somebody that would be ideal for me? Okay, I'm looking at locations. I'm looking at if they've got any type of, whatever. Wait, hold on. Where was that one at? Self-employed business. This chick, somebody I clicked on real quick had some kind of medical something, I thought. Anyways, this person's self-employed. Let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at their page. They're self-employed. They're funny. They're posting 90s stuff, so that means that they're a 90s kid. You know what? Oh, I don't know. Maybe she'll add me. Maybe she won't. I don't know. I just shot the friend request. See how that didn't hesitate? I just shot it. Because why not? Right? We don't have any mutual friends. None. Yay, that's a win. She's got some sharing stuff, but she's also funny and she's posting like she's a real person. So I want to go ahead and friend her, right? What else can I do? Places. I could, oh wait, I don't want to go there. Anyways, my whole point is I could type up, oh, events. Here, this is another one. Events. You guys, you can go and you can literally type in events like near you, like find events this week, events near Palatine Park, which is what, 2 seconds from my house. Guess what? I could go down to this cafe. I could go to this business, anyways, you see my point. You can go to stuff, but guess what? Even if I don't go to stuff, I can still click on stuff and see like the people that are going to events that I would be interested in going to. Um, there's birthdays. I didn't even know birthdays was there. Did anybody else know that's where birthdays was now? Either did I. That was a complete, it used to be under events, then they took it away. Now it's back under events. So if you're struggling to find your birthdays, here you go. You're right under events. Anyways, you can go, I always go to this. I'm going to give you a list. I'm going to come out of this for a second because it's not really helping. It's just distracting me. I go by, where do I work? Where did I used to work? Where are all the places that I've worked, which is a lot? Where did I go to school? Where did I grow up? Who's in my town? What places do I like to go to in my town? My kids' activities, the sporting events, places that I visit with them, softball, soccer, dance, check-in locations, my gym. I don't know how many of you guys were on my live the other day, and I was walking, and all of a sudden this girl on my live is like, I'm behind you. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what? You're behind me. That's kind of creepy. Are you really behind me? Like, I'm on my live. Like, are you really behind? And she's like this. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. There's only like 6 people in this gym. And this chick is like waving at me while I'm live. And I told my husband, I was like, that was a little creepy, but it's pretty cool at the same time. Because how did I become friends with her? I probably friended her because she goes to that gym, or because we live in the same town. We had same common interests, trying to lose weight, trying to, on this health journey, all this stuff. You guys, it is not weird to friend people that have stuff in common with you. It is not weird to friend them. In fact, it's quite normal in today's day and age. It's very normal. Okay, so don't feel like weird friending people. If you have ill intent, that's what's holding you back. If you don't, then you have to put it in your mind and say, I'm just trying to make friends. Like, this person may or may not be my next rock star, but you're never going to know if you don't hit that friend. And so what if they send you that message and say, why'd you friend me? Do I know you? Well, no, but you're also a nurse and we live in the same town and I thought you were funny. Oh, cool. Like, cool. You paid attention, right? So I want you guys to like take that thing out of there. So, look up places that you went to school, elementary school, middle school. Like, I know that sounds weird to type in like your elementary school, but like, you never know. Like, I've seen people on Facebook that I haven't seen since middle school, and I found them because of something I was searching. Like, one of my best friends, like, her name has changed like 3 times, so I never could have found her on her maiden name ever. But one day I was searching and I came across a friend's page that had like a throwback picture and it had her in it, and I found her. So like, you never know by searching certain words what you're going to come across. I have a group that I started for the people that I was in show choir and madrigals with in high school. And I pulled out, go grab your yearbook. You want to get some quick friends, go grab your yearbook and get a class picture, whatever that you have, throw it up there on Facebook land and ask the people that you are friends with to tag the people that are in it that you aren't friends with. boom, you just reconnected to a shit ton of people you went to school with, right? And you guys, like I said, people are more than willing to accept your friend request, especially if you're not in their inbox trying to sell them stuff. But what do you have on your page when you're sending those friend requests? What are you putting out there on a regular basis? I can tell you that if I literally only had Thrive on my page, most people probably wouldn't accept my friend request. And I know Paul just did a promo where he wants everybody to have Thrive in your profile picture, and that's cool. Leave it up for a couple days, then take it down. Just because while you're representing a brand, guys, you're also trying to build your network. And people, even while you've got good intentions, a lot of social media has unfortunately been dealt with a bunch of spam, So just keep that in mind, that if you're only posting about Thrive, you are not relatable. Okay. So, hello. I seen her. You are not relatable. So, I know Stacy's on here, and she does like the 5 things, and I can tell you guys we can do that on another Zoom sometime. But I promise you, you have to grow your friends on a daily basis, intentionally. And you can go to memories to work on your interaction. Not only are you adding your friends daily, but you've got to be interacting with people daily. That's what I was going to show. I don't know if everybody knows how to do that, but I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick. Since I've got my Facebook up anyways, we'll just go ahead and pull it up. So let's go back to my main page here. You guys can see my Facebook, correct? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go down here to memories over here on this left-hand side. All right. And these are going to show all my posts from a year ago. All right. Take time for yourself. Ha, go figure. Oh my gosh, there's me. Oh my lordy. What in the world? This was a year ago today, guys. A year ago. Oh my boobs were a lot bigger then. Sorry. Got a little distracted there for a second. My husband teases me and says that wasn't a bad marketing. Anyways, you guys can see, like, I was very consistent, but I didn't know what I was doing. Anyways, I'm trying to get down to my thing. So on this day, these are the people that I made friends with. I went to high school. I worked with. I have no clue. I know that she was a customer of mine. I think she might have been on a team. Anyways, so it's like, okay, like some of these people, I don't know where I met them from, but also why do I not have more friend requests? And I can guarantee you it's because I started to get less and less and less over this time period. So anyways, I can go to this Kylie Anderson and I can say, okay, is Kylie active? She doesn't really post a whole bunch. Is Kylie even on on not since last year? So should I remain friends with Kylie if she's not posted in over 30 weeks? Like she's literally not active. So I'm gonna say Kylie might have taken a break from Facebook, or Kylie, I don't know. Looks like she hasn't been on in like 15 weeks. So she might have taken a break from Facebook, or she may have started a new Facebook. I don't know. People do that. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but some people have like 10 Facebooks and you're like, what the hell? Did you get a new phone and not know how to reset your passwords, or what is the deal there? Anyways, I'm not going to make, I'm not a friend. No, it doesn't look like she's active at all. I don't have any type of not sure relationship with her. I obviously don't follow. So guess what? That's somebody I'm going to unfollow. If she was somebody that was active, then I could have been super intentional with my interaction with her, right? So on a daily, like, okay, Steven, this is somebody that I went to school with. This is his dad that he passed away. I know this because, again, I'm friends with Steven. Steven's not super duper active on here all the time, but I can go through and show some support on some of his posts. Not creepily. I'm not going to like and love on Facebook a shit ton of posts or anything like that. But I see he got a new job. Okay, great. He works as an administrator now at WV Medicine. If I wanted to go back to work at the hospital, I could shoot him a message and say, hey, how's the hiring process for PRN or ends? Like, do I have to work 8 hours a month, 8 hours every some pay period, or how's that work? See, I could start a conversation with him. That is networking, my friends. You keep people. He may or may not try my products. I don't know. But he's somebody that I have a connection with, that I have a reason that I can interact with, and go from there. And so on. Like, you can do that over and over and over again every single day, with your intentional interaction. You guys, it's so, so important. You can go through and do stories. You can go through and start with the alphabet. You can print off your Facebook friends list and go down through and just interact. You can grow your network, like I said, by looking up people that you went to school with, people that live in your town, people that frequent places that you like or have in common. You can add people based on location, city, state, all of those things, common interest, groups that you join. They've commented, liked posts that you've made. You go down through, you interact with them, you go down and you friend those people that you would want to be friends with. You don't friend just everybody. You just friend people that you would want to actually interact with and talk to, because of stuff that they posted. So when they do shoot you that message, why did you add me? You have a genuine answer of why you added them, right? So that's Facebook. Instagram's a whole nother beast, but you can find people the same way, looking up hashtags that relate to you, locations, places that you frequent. Brittany had just messaged me yesterday, like, hey, like, how do she was looking for this brew company that she likes to go to, but she wants the people that were in, like, that go to the brew company. Like, that's what she was trying to reach, and to be able to interact with those people. And the best that we could figure out was, going to the people that had posted, because it's hard to find those people that tag it unless they're there, I think, right there in that section. Did you find any other methods, Brittany, for that? No. Yeah. So, I mean, but the thing is that she was trying, guys. And that shows me, like, leaps and bounds of, like, how much we can continue to grow our network from these people that go to these places that we always go to. I used to always go to Torrid because that was, like, the only place I could shop. So I knew there would be a lot of ladies that were plus size that would relate to me on that level. Okay. And, like, my style, the clothes they saw me wearing on Instagram, on Facebook, when they were asking me, oh, where'd you get that outfit? Oh, Torrid, I'd tag Torrid. So guess what? They had a relatability factor. They would know, like, and trust me. They would more likely to ask me about my products and so forth. I get random messages about stuff like that. A lady, actually, hold on, I'll read you the message. Messaged me and said that she found me through a hashtag. This was, yeah. Hello, I came across your profile through a hashtag and was very interested in trying the product you were using. Wow, hot damn. I was doing my part and she reached out to me, which is awesome, right? So, okay, let's move on. We'll come back to this. Mark, before we get into the posting isn't asking stuff, you want to share from a guy's perspective? Because I know we had somebody today that was asking a lot of that. So as a guy, I have a feeling you're going to say that pretty much the exact same thing I did. Just it's your approach is probably just a little bit different. But I'll be honest with you guys. When guys friend me, if I don't get a weird creeper vibe, I accept them. Like, I mean, obviously Muhammad, or Chief Smith over here, I'm probably going to decline. Or I can't pronounce your name, and you look like you're in a military uniform. Nothing against military guys, because they're hot, most of them, but but they're also probably like, I don't know what's going on there. But those are like the spammy scammers. I don't know, like request $1,000 or something from them and see if they're real. I don't know, but for real, I don't like get a lot of guy friend requests, but normally when I do, it's normally people that I've met through networking or something that I don't find it creepy or weird at all. But there are those weirdos out there, but I'm pretty repellent on that vibe. But Mark, so how do you go about growing your network? Because obviously you're not just growing it just guys. You're not. It would be silly for you to just grow it just guys. And I know some guys are going to come into this and want to do that, but the market is targeted a lot of women. So what do you say, bro? Because I'm like, shit.
I think it's funny because, and I'll start with this. I know Paul says 100 times, even guys in the market, guess what? Women are probably about 90% of this business, and it just is. So what does it entail as far as sending, requests to women? And I think you shared and you tagged me in something earlier on the Dream Team page, and it was just like, this guy was trying to figure out how to do that, and my response is something that, Danny and I know Stacy as well, is, what are 5 things that you have that are about you? What are you about? I really play into that, and I always have, even before I got into network marketing. And those 5 things are what people know me for. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I said, join those groups, start interacting like you mentioned, but it's not interacting just to go get the sale. It's about interacting with who you are. People are going to buy you before they buy that product. And I think that's one of the biggest things is, for me personally, I will comment, I will throw out an opinion. I will say, hey, what do we think? I'll say it right now. People know that I love Texas Longhorns, not West Virginia. but with that being said, I go into those pages and I interact and I say, hey, what do you think? When we're having games, whether it's football or basketball or softball or women's sports, women's volleyball, I'm interacting on those things. And the way that people see that is to see that I'm not like a creeper. I'm a real person. I'm a guy that's actually caring about what I'm doing. And I think that's one thing that you have to really go into and look at is, if you're just trying to interacting to get a sale and you're sending a friend request, 9 out of 10 times, the woman is probably going to delete it. I mean, it's simple. I know for Danny and I, Danny is like, neither one of us have a problem showing each other our phones. And she'll grab my phone. She's like, hey, I need you to go through my friend request. There's about 15 guys on here. I don't know why they're requesting. Mm-hmm. So guess what? The same thing that I told that gentleman in the chat or on the page was, go through. What do you do when you try to like get a friend or have a friend? You're trying to see if they like things in common with you, if they have things in common with you. Mm-hmm. Danny and I aren't negative people. I don't want negativity around me every day. I don't want somebody that complains every day. So guess what? If I go to your page and you're doing nothing but complaining, I'm probably not going to accept your friend request. That's just me. It's not anything against you as a person. It's just, that's not me. So you have to look and kind of, you know, you did it earlier. You went into one of the pages that you had and you said, let's look at this girl, self-employed. She said, you know, I went down the first 5 posts. I do that with everybody. Everybody. I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, anything you can think of, Twitter. If you are posting things that are going to be of good content and are things that I'm going to want to see, guess what? You're going to get a friend request from me. Mm-hmm. But if you have a picture of a dog that's on your profile picture, that doesn't tell me that I'm talking to John Thomas. I don't know, whatever. That doesn't look like John Thomas. And if you share that with somebody, more than likely, women are not going to take your friend request. Because I'll tell you the truth. When I'm looking through Danny's phone and we're going through those things, I'm like, yeah, this guy doesn't have anything. He has 2 posts in the last 5 years.
Can I say something real quick? Because it looks like this person got off of here. I'm not sure. They said they only add people they know.
Okay.
And I know, and this is where my red is going to come out, because I truly don't believe that. All right, I'm going to sound like the asshole. You're not going to grow your business very big if you're just trying to go on people that you know. You have got to, and listen, guys, you can be selective of your posts and target it to your family if you don't want people to see your kids. Okay. But if you are in a business and you're trying to actively grow your business, I hate to break it to you, but you've got to learn to network, and you're going to have to add people that you don't know somewhere. Like maybe you don't add them to social media. Great. Your ass better be at events every weekend if you're trying to do something big. If you're trying to grow if you're trying to grow a big business or something. Listen, if you're only trying to make a little bit of money, disregard what I'm having to say right now. Like literally, I'm trying to teach you how to build a business. I'm trying to teach you to reach those goals and check those dream boards off. And that's what my intention is when we do these kind of Zooms. But it's really hard to teach people when they're like, I'm only adding people I want to know. Well, I can't help you network then, because that's not how you're going to network. That's not what networking is.
And I think, you know, on that, Amanda, not everybody is going to be a social media, you know, 100%. You know, I am nowhere near the level that probably you, Danny, and 100 other leaders are. But with that being said, you can't say that you're not going to add 100 friends if you're not out talking to somebody on the street. Mm-hmm. You know, and that kind of leads to my next point from the guy's point of view. I put gas right up the road every day. And every morning I'm in there, you know, it's winter up here, so it's colder. So I wear my DFTs on my hand. Most of the time, you know, they're underneath. Well, when it's cold up here, we don't have a jacket. I mean, when it's cold up here, we have a jacket on, you can't see the DFT. So for me, and this happened probably 3 or 4 months ago, the guy's like, man, every time I see you, you have a different color. It has something different. It says something different. What is it? And I'm like, oh, this? Like, this is my vitamins through the skin. He's like, well, that's crazy. That's a crazy way to advertise it. And I said, I don't advertise it. I just show it to you. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to know more about it, and I'm standing in line paying for gas. I said, if you want to know more about it, here's my business card. And if you lose it, guess what? I'll be back in here in a couple of days anyways, put more gas in the truck. So don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. And literally, it's gotten to the point where I won't even say anything to him. I'll just walk up and he'll be like, hey, I still have your business card. I haven't forgotten about you, you know? And I'm like, hey, well, if that's the case, if you ever want a mini pack, let me know. I've got one. If you're ever interested, just let me know. Like, you have to interact. If you're not going to interact on social media, then you have to interact on the outside. Mm-hmm. So those are things you got to look at. And I mean, going back to some of the things as far as the posts is in being social, social media. I know Danny put something in the chat earlier. She said, I started with 187 friends, 187 friends, and she's almost at 5,000. I'm nowhere near close to that, but I'm a lot more selective, and she does go numbers as far as women to women trying to get a friend request, but I don't think it's any different. I mean, how many of us guys get random requests from women? What do? The first thing you do is you look at the page and you say, is it spam or is it not spam? And I think it goes back to what you said as well. You said, you scroll up. If it's nothing but thrive, guess what? 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, they're probably not going to accept you because they don't know.
Yeah, and listen, Donnie doesn't even work the business, guys. Like, my husband does not even work the business. But sometimes when he gets friend requests, he'll be like, I don't know this person. Do I know this person, Amanda? And, like, he'll, like, give me his phone, and I'll look at it and be like, yeah, babe, I don't know if you know her, but I know what she's after there. Because, like, it'll be, like, boobs all over her page. And stuff. Like, yeah, we just pass on that one, right? But, like, there's generally sometimes people that maybe somebody that he knows or he met on a getaway, or there may be somebody that he went to school with, and I'm like, yeah, friend them, babe, because listen, they could be a potential for me later or something, right? Because I do tag him on trips and so forth here and there. But you get it too. Like, you get it, Mark. Danny,
yeah, absolutely. Danny's right here, but yeah, and it's funny because I brought this up earlier to another gentleman in the chat that we were talking, and I said, look, half the time Danny goes through and she friends all my friends from high school, and they'll message me. They haven't written a word on my post or anything on my page, and they'll be like, hey, did your wife send me a friend request? I'm like, yeah, like, this is who we are. We're a team.
But let me tell you, those friends have become my customers.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting to.
And my promoters. They don't even, like.
Yeah, I have guys that are my friends from Facebook or from high school, like, that have friended me, and then they've messaged me for their wife because their wife wanted products and they told them that I sold them. Yeah. And because they know, like, and trust me, guess what? Their wives ended up joining me. That's happened on many occasions. Many occasions.
And I think it's one of those things, no matter what, when you go out, if you're not doing it just on social media, like, people are going to see you. They are going to know who you are. And I think for us, one of the things that I love is recently we went out to something for us that a friend invited us to. And it was like a business type of gathering. I got to meet some of Danny's old classmates and people that she knows, because I'm not originally from New York. So they're telling stories and they're going on, and I'm sitting there, and at one point, one of the guys is just like, yeah, football here isn't as big as it is in Texas. And that was my in. And I was like, no, DFT, no, it actually isn't, And, like, before you know it, we're having a conversation. We're one of the last 2 people to leave with some of the people that organized it. We're driving down the road, we get home, and I'm like, hey, look who friend requested me. I don't even know this guy. Like, people are going to buy into you. So if you're doing it the right way and you're showing who you are, it's going to make a big difference. And that's why I'm not afraid to send out a friend request, because we've had people where we take pictures where we just go to the grocery store and we're like, dude, it's a madhouse in here. And people are like, dude, we saw you on aisle 3. And I'm like, who was that? She's like, I don't know. But guess what? They interacted on our post. We interacted on their post. And now it's mutual. People want to see that you're real. They want to see that you are a real person, not just a name trying to sell something. So
No,
that's the way I look at it from a guy's point of view.
Well, I think it's no different. Wise one. That's a very wise guy's point of view. Because the less that you put that stress on the awkwardness of it, I think the more natural it just becomes, And I'll tell you guys, like, Mark, I'm so glad that you did say, and you basically verified everything that I thought. Everything I thought. But the reality of it, I mean, in our last company, like we sold belly wraps, right? Like, can you imagine, like, the guys, it was really hard in that one, right? Like, that was a really awkward one. But
It was.
yeah, but we still had guys that did it, right? Like, I mean, we
It
still had
was.
guys that sold them. My husband liked them. Donnie liked them. You would wear a wrap for me here and there. But the thing is that it was definitely a little bit harder and a little bit trickier. But this is literally lifestyle products, men and women. And listen, by all means, women on here, you do not have to go sign men up. Men on here, you do not have to go sign women up, but it is going to be a lot more work. You're going to have to be a lot more intentional, and you're going to have to network a hell of a lot more in person, probably. But I'll tell you, you guys, join gyms, join new gyms, join new workout classes, join volunteer in your community if you can. Work the concession stand at your kids' games. Be the PTO mommy or whatever. I'm not really made out for that because I'm like just not very organized. And I don't like the drama stuff. Join like the boosters or whatever. You could do that too. I don't know. Like, there's so many things that you can do. You can do vendor events. You can sign up. You guys have heard me talk about Working Women's Wednesday. You could sign up for craft shows, different stuff. Somebody on here said that they do craft shows every weekend for they like make stuff, and they do craft shows every weekend, and they friend people that they're talking to and they're meeting there. Perfect. That's a perfect example of ways that you network. Joining the gym, searching people that tag that gym on a daily basis, right? And the thing is that you can constantly continue to grow if you do this daily, every single day. For me, I struggled to grow on Facebook for some reason early on. Even though I was doing all those things, it didn't have the same effect. I grew more on Instagram. I can tell you that I reach more people. Even still to this day, I reach more people on Instagram, but more people know me on Facebook. So I have more of that know, like, and trust factor on Facebook, but more people see my stuff on Instagram, in stories, interactions, and things like that. It's way more visibility there. I have more of a reach of cold market, I feel like, on Instagram. I just am not consistent enough with it, to be honest. That's my number one downfall. But when I'm consistent, buddy, I get people interested like nobody's business. And that's my own fault. I can't expect to be a rock star if I'm not consistent with it, right?
Hey, Amanda.
Yeah.
And one thing, because I love that you just shared that. You said that, like, on Instagram, you've got that following.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got to also understand what your following is,
mm-hmm.
and what people are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can tell you right now, from almost 3 years ago to today, Danny and I know what our following is.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned, okay, people don't want to see us holding 90,000 products in our hands sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they just want to see a picture of us
Mm-hmm.
getting out, having fun. And that's where the being real comes into play, is we've done it where, you know, our girls are in cheer.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's there every Saturday and Sunday? This guy. The moms see us. And it was funny because after this cheer year, you know, I had 4 or 5 moms friend request me.
Mm-hmm.
Not because they were trying to do anything ill. It was just they saw me being a part of something in the community.
Yep.
Being there every time when the girls were cheering. Being one of those dads that was there, present, not always staring at his phone, not paying attention to the girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I was that dad that was out there videotaping because we're a blended family. The girls, you know, it's little things like that. People want to see you before they're going to go, okay, I've got to know.
Mm-hmm.
what is that thing on your arm and what is it doing? Because I've watched you for 3 years, and guess what? You look banging compared to what you did before.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna
And people
happen.
pay attention. People pay attention. They see you going on trips. They see you going on getaways. They see you like talking about congratulations. And listen, guys, those of you guys that haven't gone on getaways and haven't gone on trips, you need to start posting stuff about going on those trips and how this is what you're working towards. Because unless people know what it is that you're working towards, sometimes they don't know what it is that they can work towards.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to know that like it's a real thing. Like when people are on this getaway, if you want to go on the next getaway, you take a picture of those people out on that getaway and you say, you know what, I'm going to be there next time. And people are going to be like, what the hell are you doing that you're going to be sent there on a free trip?
Okay.
I'm not going and I'm having FOMO. My baby nephew was born on my birthday and I could have went to Mexico and now I'm really not happy about it. But it all happens for a reason. And I'll be the ammunition back home for all you guys, whatever these announcements are coming. We're going to have a hell of a time, right? Mark, thank you so much for sharing tonight. I wanted to go into posting isn't asking, but I think we're going to end up staying on here all night if I get into that tonight. So I want everybody to look up look up something though. Call to action. Like Google that, call to action, and just understand it a little bit more. And we'll go over this. This will be the topic next week. Posting isn't asking unless Stacey or somebody else covers it before then. But it's super important to understand that if you do a proper call to action on your post, you're more likely to know who's interested, and not waste your time talking to people that aren't. And those people are more likely to actually reach out to you. But also we'll get into like polls and different ways to kind of get people to show interest. And for God's sakes, don't make them think that something's free if it's not free. Just because you're going to waste your time in Messenger with people that just want free stuff. You guys, in case you didn't know, there's like this trend on Facebook and it's like a giveaway trend. And if you're doing a giveaway, these people, they're like, I don't want to call them trolls, but they're kind of like trolls. And they literally, like when you go to their page, all they do is share giveaways all day long. Like all day long. So those aren't really like the potential type people. But anyways, I found out about them whenever I do my giveaways on my business page. Like it's a blog page. It's nothing to do with Lavelle. I always run into a bunch of those people. But the cool thing is a lot of those people have friended me on my personal Facebook and they're not all those trolls. So yes, a lot of them just want free. So I hope everybody has a good night. I'm going to go ahead and end this because obviously you guys have seen the adventures of dog poop at my house and me going crazy and my kid saying that she's effing cute. This has been one heck of a interesting Zoom, I guess, tonight. I hope, though, that it gave you guys some different ideas of ways that maybe you're not growing your networks, but it is, I feel like we repeat this stuff, but like, I want you guys to understand, like, until you start applying it, like, that's not like that, like the magic of this growth that you need to have happen isn't going to happen. If you friended 10 people a day for 365 days, you literally would have what? 3,000 or 300, 3,000 new friends. Guys, I had to do my math. I'm like, shit. Like 3,000 new friends by the end of the year. What? So the more friends you add, the more people that are going to see your stuff. But also you want to make sure that you're interacting and spending time with that interaction. If your posts are not getting interaction, know that you're not giving enough interaction. So up your interaction up, you're going to start getting more interaction on your things. Okay. And I can tell when I go onto people's Facebooks almost immediately if they're not interacting. So I hope everybody has a good night. I'll get this recording up pretty quickly. Nikki, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Nikki, because you are hungry to learn and you're doing it and you're showing up. So I am very proud of you. And that is where you separate yourself from a lot of people that are not even trying to make these changes, and you're implementing them. And that is how you change, and that's how you grow. Okay. So everybody have a good night. And know that I appreciate you guys for showing up. It was a rough day for me, but I got here and I feel like I did an okay job. And Mark, we appreciate you so much too, because we needed that man flair in here. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Bye.